All right, almost ready. Almost ready.
All right, so let me give you 3 reasons to not
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Manga Lookout. I'm your host, Sky, and I'm here with my co-host, Kizer. And today is a special day, well, again, because we're reading and reacting to Dragon Ball Kakumei chapters 18 and 19. And yeah, we're really excited, right? Yeah, you stoked? You stoked for this one?
But now it is. I am very excited. I think that, coming up with the thumbnail art for this, I just referenced the final page of the previous chapter. I think that's what I'm going to do going forward. And the nice thing about it, too, is it's a nice little reminder of what we just came off of.
Yeah.
And I actually have it, Josh. I have it here. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. But I have it here. Of course, we see the king potentially going Super Saiyan.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was the end.
That was the end. We were like, what's going on with the magma? He's not phased by the heat. Apparently he's, been in the heat for a long time. So yeah. He's been in hell. So, I'm really excited to, learn a little bit more because I think there's more to learn about him still. But I'm also excited to see what are we gonna see? Because even if it's just Super Saiyan, Josh, I am stoked. Even if it's just Super Saiyan,
100%. Because I also think his Super Saiyan is different than if Goku and Vegeta went Super Saiyan. If Goku and Vegeta went Super Saiyan, sure, it's strong for them because their base is strong. But for Sadala, I think it's gonna be if Broly went Super Saiyan. It's a big deal. It's a big boost. It's not like Vegeta or Goku. This shit. He might be okay. This might be a hot take. But low-key, I might think that Sadala just in Super Saiyan might be close to Evo Vegeta. That's what I'm trying. I'm not saying he's stronger than Evo Vegeta, but he might be up there.
Okay, I got you. So it's almost maybe Ultimate Gohan by the Tournament of Power.
Yeah, something like that. I'd say.
Okay, I think you even said that too. You may have said we got a super chat, fam.
Why'd you sound like that?
Yo, because I'm a Toronto man's. Hear me out, though. Still, it's a beanie in the chat hitting us up with the $3.99.
She's never giving another super chat after that.
never again. We just got canceled. Also, really cute though. In the super chat, there's a little. It looks like a green pear.
Yeah.
That's with pom poms. I love that. I've never seen that before.
Never again.
Respect. Never again. Confirmed. Great. That's our moderator, everybody. Okay, so
Josh, what I will say real quick.
Tell me, cue this up, dude.
So I did put a post, early in the morning. It didn't have too much time to settle. It was posted 11 hours ago. And I just said, tonight will be the Manga Lookout. We'll be reading chapters 18 and 19 of Dragon Ball Kakumei. Which of these two chapters were your favorite? Now, I know we only got 4 votes for this. I did this one other time, and we got about 10, I believe.
Okay.
So it was I think it was 8 or 9 or something like that. Anyways, all 4 of them though did pick option 2, which I didn't even put, but it was chapter 19. So
really?
The second chapter is what people say is definitely the better chapter. That doesn't necessarily mean though that this one's gonna be just bad. It's just that apparently, if all 4 of those people are the next one, the last one's the one you want to see. All right, I'm excited for it because this chapter that we're heading into right now is 25 pages. The next one's 18. This is going to be pretty quick, just like yesterday, just like last week. Yeah. But yeah, at least we'll have some time to talk about it a little bit after.
Yeah, and we will. And I'm stoked to jump into it. How about you?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Right. Thank you everyone for jumping in. By the way, Gerald, it's Beanie, Josh and Sab. Yeah, definitely. Oh man, I don't know if you've checked them out. They just did a reaction to the 100 best anime intros, and
there was no Dragon Ball, bro.
I know. That was the biggest disappointment. I couldn't believe it. But it's okay,
I know this is off topic just a little bit. But so we're just talking about my camera a bit before the stream, and I'm looking at the actual stream. it looks so much better than how I see it on my second monitor. I think I need a new fucking second, because my second monitor looks like I literally see like gradients on my like it's that bad. Yo, I didn't know, and like it's crazy to think that 144 FPS, 144 hertz, sorry, is such a big difference from 60, bro. Like it's not even close.
Okay,
It's so crazy.
Hold on though, because I might have your answer as well, because you just noticed this now, right?
Well, I'm only noticing because I'm looking at it on my main screen.
Okay, but I'm streaming it to you at 15 frames a second at 720p. So if that's your reference point, I don't know what your reference point is. If that is it, then bro, I set you up for failure. And I don't have nitro, so I can't do better. I'm so sorry.
True. Yeah, but I mean, this is it looks way better on stream. I'm just happy about that. That's all. I'm happy that it's.
So you thought it just
I
looked
was
like ass?
I thought I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, how is it? I shouldn't even be able to stream right now. Like, this is bad, bro. But yeah, no DBZ, the disrespect. Yeah, I'll post the video on the Discord, on our Discord after the stream. Or actually, Sab can also post it on the Discord too. She's a mod, so she can do like @here or something. All right, so let's get right to this chapter. Osmosis, chapter 18 of Dragon Ball Kakumei. Let me get the chat. Let me get the chat out real quick. What I did not do, and I want to do also, is ping the Discord that we are live. Okay. And all right, let's get to it.
All right.
Okay. So, oh yeah, I forgot. We started off with Broly. All right, so page 78. We start off with Broly ripping the dude's head off.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that's
a sip for sure.
Yeah, that's a yikes. Okay.
We're starting off with a head ripped off. That's the first panel, Josh. The first panel. They wasted no time.
We're cooked.
Okay.
Bro. We're cooked. Okay. So the guy's head is ripped off, and one of his comrades is like literally just tears running down, and he wipes them away, and he screams at Broly saying, "Hey, big fat slob." Okay. So next page, you have Broly kind of looking at him like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? He says, "Is that all you got? What are you trying to prove by attacking only inexperienced soldiers? You are not strong enough to attack more powerful fighters? Admiral, what are you doing? Shut up, soldier. I know what I'm doing. Is that all Chilai was worth to you?" Ooh. Damn, I mean, kind of spitting, though. Next page. It's okay, hold on. There's a lot going on in this page here. So on the top right, it's almost like Broly's above him. So maybe, I'm assuming Broly flew up. He's above him now. And he's like, kind of being like perception blitz in the sense of like, he doesn't realize he's above him yet. And then Broly's looking down on him on the bottom right. That looks, that actually looks creepy as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Bro. That bottom right, it almost looks like he's crying, doesn't it?
I think that's just the effects of how they're drawing it. Like the watery thing.
But you see his eyes. You're starting to see his pupils.
Yeah, a little bit. And then on the top left here, he says, "Get out, the Admiral." And Broly looks like he's going down. The Admiral jumps back to create some distance, but Broly looks like he's about to grab him on the bottom left panel. All right, next page. And then Kale comes into the middle and says, "Stop." And then Admiral says, "Kale?" And then you have Broly like doing some crazy, almost like a demonic scream, probably is what it would sound like.
Man.
The scream alone is already pushing Kale back a little bit. And Kale says, "Broly, it's me, Kale." Next page. You have a fantastic shot of Broly looks crazy. Like Broly's head alone is basically half of Kale. And Kale's just like there right in front. And then Kale says, "Broly, give me your hand." And Kale looks I really like Kale's design in Kakumei, bro. Like she would have been such a likable character if she just acted the way she does in Kakumei. Like no? Like Kale in Kakumei is so much better than Kale in Super.
So good.
Kale in Super is terrible, bro. Actually terrible.
Unreal. Like the difference between what we're getting here and what we got in Super, which really wasn't much. I think that's like a big thing too, is they gave us a little, and what they did give was hard to watch, to be honest. But this version of her is awesome. Also, It's a Beanie in the chat says, I gifted you Discord Nitro for the better quality. You're nuts. You're nuts. Thank you. I appreciate you. But you're nuts. Okay. Red-haired Shankdom Josh is in the chat. He's
what's up, Shankdom?
Yo. I'm popping in while the Celtics are on. Oh, no. Are you a Celtics fan?
He's a Boston fan. Yeah. But that's what he said. That's why at the end he says, that's how much I love you, Sky. Damn, bro. He's a Celtics guy, bro.
I know, man. It's hard to love a Boston team. That's all I'm gonna say.
I feel like the Celtics is probably the most respectable Boston team, though. If I had to pick a Boston team,
that's fair.
Definitely not the Red Sox. Hell no, not the Red Sox, and definitely not the Bruins. Definitely not the Bruins. The Bruins, definitely not. Ever. You will never even see me wearing yellow in Boston.
Y'all hating on me, and I came to support.
No, we ain't hating on you.
I appreciate you. I ain't hating on you at all. You show up, I love you, man.
Amen.
Listen, you cheer for a dog team, all right? I can't come out of the amount of years that I've been tortured by Boston teams.
Yeah.
I am sorry. Even the Celtics with the Raptors recently, like in like the last couple times where we actually had a decent chance, it was like Boston always at our anyways, Boston.
Especially the Bruins, though. Especially the Bruins for us.
Mostly the Bruins.
It's mostly the Bruins.
So you're in a safe place. You're in a safe place.
I mean, at the end of the day, as much as I hate to say it, you guys are just more of a successful city than we are, too. So it's like, we could be dissing you, but at the same time, it doesn't matter because we're just shit anyway.
Hey. Canadian teams have won over the last 100 CFL games.
That is true. Don't ask. Kale looking really worried on the top left there.
Yeah.
Saying Broly, and then says, give me your hand. And then it looks like she's about to touch Broly. At the bottom left. Let's go next page here. And
he throws her.
So he like grabs her arm, tosses her. She gets her footing back, and her whole forearm is bleeding. On the bottom left panel, you can see that her whole forearm is bleeding. Damn. Okay. Next page. She fires a ki blast at Broly. Broly grabs it. It's like he literally just grabs the fucking ki blast.
It's nuts.
Okay. Next page. Kale is shocked and says, he's returning my move? And yep, next panel right there tosses Kale's, probably even stronger than the one that Kale threw, and tosses it straight back at her. And then some of the sayings in the back are like, will Kale succeed in doing anything against him? He has become an unstoppable beast. The exact representation of what our king hates in the Super Saiyan. Yeah. But he's our ally. And Kale knows this more than anyone else. So let's trust her.
Wow.
Damn. All right, next page. Yo. Okay, so let me see. I think his name's Amaron. Yeah. So Amaron says chaos. This is what I asked Dula. The greatest strategists know how to turn any situation to their advantage. It's all a matter of foresight. And then you got Dula on the bottom or the top left there. You see him in like a shadowy figure, just to emphasize that they're talking about him. And now you have Evo Vegeta, who is kind of giving like a Majin Vegeta look right now, though, with like the blood in both sides of the face. He says, "Just you like being a smartass like that, huh?" And then you see him throw a haymaker at him, right to the face. I don't know if he's spitting out blood there, but it looks like he did get a good hit in.
Yeah.
And he says, "Don't think I've forgotten that you sent one of your damn henchmen to track down Bulma. I won't forgive you, you bastard." Yep, that's true. The and then next page, that's okay. He says, "Yet everything seems to be going my way from the moment I set foot on this planet." And you get a crazy look because now that Vegeta has knocked a bit of his mask off on the bottom side, you actually see him grinning, and he looks crazy now.
He's terrifying.
And then Vegeta on the bottom right, actually great shot of Vegeta here. Like the hair especially, I think the hair looks like really cool. Says, "I won't play your game forever, believe me." Amron says, "I can't wait to see your full potential, Vegeta." And Vegeta kind of looks at him and says, but you know what's interesting, before we go to the next page, is that, I don't know why my alarm just went off, by the way, at 8:30, is that Amron can read people's minds. Remember that? He was like saying stuff that people were thinking.
No, but it wasn't even just what they were thinking. Like, he
It's
was
what they were
able
doing,
to
right?
peer into their past and see what they've been through, like see their journey.
Yeah.
He has some next.
So what's crazy though,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you said that, because you said that he can see their past, but can he see their future? Because he just told Vegeta, "I can't wait to see your full potential."
Bars.
Implying
Bars.
that Vegeta's obviously he's not capped, and we obviously know that because he's a Saiyan. Goku is not capped. Like with the Goku we saw versus Beerus is not going to be the same Goku that we see at the end of the series. Like definitely not, right? So, so you get okay. So now we're back at the same page here on page let's see, page 87. On the bottom left page, we actually go back to Broly and Kale, and Broly grabs onto Kale's face, and the next page here, you have Kale like powering up again, and she's got no pupil, so she's now in berserk mode. Ooh. But remember, she can control this mode, unlike Broly. What's good in so sorry, let's just catch up here real quick. Shanktum says, "What's good in Kakumei? Did Goku fight Christian God yet?" Wait, what?
Goku's locked up, bro.
Yeah,
He's in chains right now.
He's in chains. He has not had any fight since chapter 1.
Yeah.
At all, yeah. He's actually not even like a main character in this series currently.
You know how much pleasure that brings Josh as a Vegeta fan?
No, but it's not even that. I think it brings me joy more so. See, as much as I love Vegeta, I'm actually mostly excited for Krillin, Tien, and Yamcha, to be honest. I can't wait till we go back to them because I want to see what they do in the story. And funny enough, I think Goku might eventually just be my favorite character in Kakumei, because I feel like once he gets out of those chains, it might be insane. Dude, think about it. If he gets let loose, I can see like Vegeta and Goku wreaking havoc, bro. And then Goku like going to a whole new level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's a joke, but how ridiculously strong
Gerald
Goku is,
well.
yeah. And Boo, yeah. I can't wait to see more of Boo. I mean, right now, I'd say my favorite character is definitely Lemo. But I don't think that's a surprise to anyone here.
No.
But no. Overall, though, I don't really have a favorite character yet in Kakumei. I would definitely say Sadala is like my favorite newer character.
Okay. For
sure. I think Vegeta's definitely up there though, and I'm really liking this Pride Trooper Gohan, to be honest.
True.
So yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll do Sadala, and then I'll do Gohan, and then I'll do Vegeta for right now.
Yeah, I think honorable mentions so far, like Hit as well. Hit's been really cool,
especially in the latter half of like that whole little part that we saw.
Yeah, for sure. But like this chapter so far, it's been interesting, man. Like we're seeing a lot of Kale.
And we like Kale in Kakumei. So.
Yeah, we like her, man, and she's pushing back a little bit more. Now she's in berserk, like you said. She can control it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so on page 88 on the top, she's she turns berserk, like I said. And Broly, it looks like he has like a little grin on his face, but I'm sure it's not I'm sure that's just his face this whole time in this form. He's charging at not Kale. It looks like he's going in a different direction on that left panel there. And then it looks like Kale's thoughts is, did he get distracted? He's going to attack someone else. Okay, so that's good observation. And then on the bottom there, it looks like Kale is trying to hold onto his leg, almost like, yo, like, stop, right? Like come back here and stuff like that. All right, next page. And now, okay, you have Kale grabbing his leg, bending it over, and he says, "Don't move." And she's like kind of like pinned him, almost like the ankle lock or something, you know?
Okay, hold on. Because moving forward, it's important that we reinstate, okay, or like remind ourselves of how strong Broly is right now. Okay, he yelled and it traveled through like every single dimension. Okay.
Yeah, he screamed and all like basically multiple wormholes, or was it wormholes?
Wormholes.
Oh, supernovas. There were supernovas from his yelling.
Yeah, nuts. So let's just remember that, because I have a feeling that we're going to see a little bit of Kale being a badass, and I want to put that into the spotlight a little bit.
You know what Kale reminds me of in Kakumei? Her whole look is literally Dragon Ball Z Broly, just female version for me. With the wrist guards, the way she's built as well. The hair, even right now on page 89 on the top there. And I think Broly is obviously the new generation kind of Broly, funny enough, where he's just like exaggerated in every aspect, in muscle and power and hair and, you know, in everything, in action. So I think that's pretty interesting. So anyways, yeah, in the bottom here of 89 says don't move. So, oh yeah, I said that already. Next page. And then Kale says Broly. And she dodges his ki blast. That's impressive. Puts her hands on his face and says, "Calm down, I beg you." And then she kind of like, he closes his mouth and she says, "Good." She goes back into her base.
Oh, this is dangerous.
This is bad, Kale. This is bad. Yo, I'll be honest. Like, I'm not trying to be weird at all, but like, yo, even Kale's like transition back to base. Like, it just looks beautifully done. Like, she looks like, why does she look so elegant after going back to, you know what I mean? It looks
so
really
cool.
well done.
Yeah, they did her justice here.
They did. It says, "It's me, Kale. Hear the sound of my voice. Brother, we've done it before. I know you can do it." She came back to her normal state. She's crazy. No, let her do it. And she's about to put her head towards Broly on the bottom page there. Great shot. All right, next page.
I'm actually scared.
Okay, this is a sick page, bro. This is a sick panel. So this panel here is basically the duality of Broly's. This looks sick, bro. This looks pretty sick. Let her cook. Exactly. That's literally what the Admiral said. He says, "Hold up, let her cook, bro." That's literally what he said. That is facts. All right, let's go next page. By the way, I just want to say on page 92 here with the double face. I know we're going to the next page, but great panel. I know there's no dialogue, but just really appreciate the art here, guys. Like, this is great.
Unreal.
All right, next page. Chilai. Broly, I can hear your inner self. Yo, she's like tapped in. Like, okay, I can hear your inner self. Okay, she's like his therapist, bro. All right, next page. Here. So we're getting like obviously a very spiritual interaction here between Broly and Kale. Almost like, if you actually think about it, I kind of like that they're adding this in Kakumei because they're very consistent with this so far. Because when Goten and Trunks saw Gotenks through the door, they had to like mirror each other's actions for them to feel like they were unified as one again. And you kind of have that spiritual like thing with them as well. So it's cool that they're tapping into that with something like Kale and like Broly, who are very who are more similar than not. So
really good point.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Kale here on the top says here, and you have Broly. Almost, he looks really down on himself here on the bottom panel. He actually reminds me of the Broly that we see in the Dragon Ball Super movie. After I think is on the ride back, the ride to go see Goku and Frieza, where after Chi took off the collar and he was like kind of upset or whatever, he was like drinking water with them. He kind of like that down look in his face. He looks even worse here. Like he looks like he's depressed on the that bottom panel. And Kale's like,
understandably,
can you hear me? The next page. I know you're struggling not to lose control, Broly. I know this because the energy bonds I hold with you are no match for your strength. Yet your body's pinned to the ground, which is proof that you're trying to pull yourself together. So take back control while you still can. And Broly says no. Next page. Page 96. Kale says, but you must do it. Broly says, not until he pays. And she says, he'll pay. That damn demon will pay. But I can't let you go back. You won't just attack him. You'll do collateral damage. And we can't afford to lose anyone more. And then Broly, and you get a great shot of Broly. Before I even read the dialogue real quick, you get a great shot of Broly sitting down. And then it's almost like it's like a demon behind him almost, and it looks like it's a physical form, but we obviously know they're in a spiritual like area right now, so it's not. But there's like a demon kind of talking to him, saying like, if you don't agree, and that's the demon side of Broly talking. Okay. And then next page, I'll do it anyway. And Kale says no.
Oh man!
Great shot, by the way. Before we go to the next page,
that's terrifying.
That is scary, bro. Broly is scary. All right, next page. Yeah. Broly goes back, and almost looks like he's about to headbutt Kale here. Kale's getting a little worried now because
she's about to power up. I think
but it's also worrying for Kale just because she actually had a talk with the actual Broly, and that even wasn't good enough. On the bottom panel, you can really tell she's really worried now. This is the most worried she's looked in this chapter. Next page. Yeah. She gets back into Super Saiyan form, and he starts roaring again. And then on the bottom panel, a very worried Kale with a ki blast in her hand says, I absolutely have to stop him. Next page. Broly grabs her arm. Is that Kale's arm or is that a different? Yeah, it's both her arms.
Both her arms. Yep.
And Kale says, "Please come to your senses. I know you can." And then
it's never good when they stop mid-sentence, dude.
And then next page, good. Michael beats the living shit out of Kale.
Oh, but look at his pupils.
His pupils are coming back at the bottom of the panel. The bottom or at the end of the chapter, really. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Kale got demolished. Now, before we go to the next the next chapter, before we even talk about just the whole of the chapter, because I mean, this was a great chapter overall. I do want to say, I know that she was just in Super Saiyan. He punched Kale and she was out of it. For anyone who now thinks this makes Kale very weak, let me tell you something. Vegeta would not beat this Broly. Sadala and Vegeta would not beat this Broly. You could argue Goku in Ultra Instinct might not beat this Broly. So, Kale almost pulled through here as someone who was even weaker than Vegeta. She almost did something that nobody else on this planet could have done. Vegeta could have not done that. Sadala could... Maybe, you know what? I'm not going to say Sadala couldn't have, just because he has a way of words. So I'm not going to count him out, but definitely not Vegeta, definitely not Kaba, and definitely not Khalifa. I think could have gotten this out of Broly. And I think this was a very good chapter overall. Actually, I think this was a really good chapter, but I do think this was a great chapter also for Kale, to be honest with you. I'm starting to really like Kale more as a character. She's a lot more urgent in these like scenarios where in Super she was more dismissive, but like it's fine to be dismissive, but when you are very strong and you're put in a setting where you can't be, you kind of have to like step out of your comfort zone. And she never really did that in the Tournament of Power until Khalifa basically almost had to beat her ass to get to do it until it got to the point where Goku kind of like fired up their ass, literally. And that's when you got like the Kale and Caulifla double team against Goku, and that was a great little sequence there. Awesome. In the anime anyway, because we also know that in the manga, it's Kefla who ends up fighting Gohan, and then Gohan beats Kefla. So, so this was a great chapter. Personally, I'm gonna rate this one. It was a short one, so there's not a lot of time for things you may not like, right? I'm gonna rate this a 9 out of 10. I think the only thing that was stopping it was I just wish we saw a bit more of the Vegeta and Amaron thing, because Amaron's mask is almost coming out. So I'm wondering like if we're gonna get a full face, because I thought at the end of the panel there, when Vegeta got a nice next hit on him, I was like, okay, maybe his whole mask would come off and we got like an Amaron face reveal. That's kind of why I wanted to stay there, maybe just for one more page and just the last page be Amaron's face. That would have been great. That would have made this a 10 for me, because like, okay, this is what, like, and you called this right when you saw him on the first chapter. You said he's basically a mummy with a mask, and I'm like, yo, I didn't even take that in. So it would be crazy to have that mask out, because he looks creepy as shit, by the way. Dude, this is turning into a horror manga. Like, we have Broly, we have Amaron. Like, what's happening?
It's terrifying. I thought it was a incredible chapter. I'll go like 9.5, maybe 10. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like there's a 10 though. I feel like there's more, honestly. Like, and so I don't know, like, or I would just say a 9, but I think 9's really high. I think we got enough of the Vegeta interaction. I think it would have been cool if we got a little bit more to the fight before he punched the mask.
Yeah. That's true.
That would have been maybe a bit more substantial, but we only got like 2 pages.
I think it's more about like not me seeing solely Vegeta, but me more seeing Amaron and like his mask off with his face reveal. I think that would have made it for me. Because I know we're gonna get the Vegeta versus Amaron stuff. Like I know that's gonna happen eventually. We're just focused on this right now. And to be honest with you, I'm more. I want this more currently, because I know Vegeta will get a shine later. He's one of the main characters. We know that. I want these characters that we usually do not see as often to shine, like we've been talking about. I mean, like I said, I can't wait till we get back to. I mean, next chapter here we'll talk in a second, but it's a character that we barely ever see after Dragon Ball, so or even barely even talk about since Namek Saga. So it's kind of weird, and I'm really excited for them. Bulma, yes, the goat.
And
Bulma.
I have a feeling that. It's a short chapter, of course. I think we will see a little bit more, of course, of Vegeta in that chapter and that interaction. It just makes sense for it to go back and forth potentially between Bulma and Vegeta. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, let's go. Chapter 19, the cover.
Love the cover.
Looks fantastic.
Wow. Protect Bulma. Full cover here. Arm, look at the arm, the way his body is sort of like
crazy.
Yeah, almost like he's disappearing a little bit. Like we're about to find out basically what makes him him. Let's see. Are you on 103?
Yep. All right, let's go. Okay. So, oh, you're reading?
Up to you.
I'll read. It's fine.
All right.
Okay. So this is Caulifla, right? Oh yeah, Caulifla was bringing Chilai and has Lemo on her back, the goat. You guys are lucky that Lemo cannot fly, because if he could fly, he's top 1. Just saying. And he has a lot of water to give out. Okay, so anyways, we have Caulifla, and he says, she says, here we are. And we're at Tuffle's laboratories. Remember, we left off that Bulma interaction when we were getting to that laboratory. We wanted to see that for so long.
We're about to get a bunch of babies.
Yeah, baby Vegeta, baby Caulifla, baby Kaba.
Yo, that'd be sick.
Okay. And then you see Kaba alert there and says, Admiral Fennel, Chilai, be careful. She's in an extremely unstable state. Doctors, you must do something. Caulifla says. Next page. Bulma says, Chilai? Oh no, what happened to her? One of those demons wanted to enrage Broly and he succeeded. And yeah, you see Chilai. So they're obviously taking off her clothes to see where she's scarred or hurt anyway. And it looks like she got it right in the gut. And then so this is a little bit of time passing. I'm sure it's not
doesn't
much.
she have a hole in her body? Like the blast went through her.
Did it go fully through?
I saw it go through.
Okay.
Maybe
I know it was bad. Like regardless if it went through or not, but
yeah.
So yeah, anyways, it says later, so I'm assuming not much time has probably passed, but Bulma on the bottom right says she's in critical condition, but she's still with us. Let's be optimistic. And then Admiral Fennel says, we didn't see it coming. This monster got what he wanted, and here we are in this situation. All right, next page. Khalifa says, if only we could have been there to stop him. And then Kaba responds with, no, Khalifa. Mr. Vegeta asked us to protect Mrs. Bulma. Bulma says, speaking of which, I haven't seen any trace of a demon around here. He left long before us. It's amazing that he hasn't arrived yet. Khalifa says, perhaps he decided to back out when he saw he was being chased. I'll be real, bro. I don't think that's it.
No way.
And then Kaba, and obviously talking about the three behind him there, says, it seems to me, unfortunately, very unlikely, considering what they have been shown to be able to do until now. Exactly. And then on the bottom here, Saiyan Warrior says, I went around... Sure.
Prediction. This guy is not the actual guy. This guy is that guy.
Is that guy.
Because maybe he didn't even know where Bulma was, and it was a tactic to get them to go back, and then he could follow them to go find where Bulma is.
Yeah, because he tagged along.
He was like, oh, let me help. I can go with you.
Yeah, that is true. You know, you might be cooking here. Okay, don't look at chat. Let's just see this here.
Okay.
I went around the building and isolated all the people at risk. The building and isolated all the people at risk. The building is almost empty. Oh, it showed it twice, I think. I thank you, young man, Bulma says. But Bulma is giving a serious look. Giving a very serious look there. Okay, next page. Parsa, you didn't feel any evil presence where you went by any chance? And he says, fortunately or unfortunately, no. I've no idea where he... And then it says Tadome. And then right below him, Parsa's looking around. It's like darkness. He says, what the? Parsa, so that's your name. I think you're right.
Been there the whole time.
And then next page. You may not be remembered, but you will at least recognize as my first victim here. And then on the bottom right says, why can't you move? It's rude. I have to come to you in this case. Yo, he looks crazy though, this dude.
Yeah.
Next page. Page 108. He says, I am only an executor. The venerable heir ordered me to take care of this Bulma, and you are obstacles. The concern being that once I've taken care of you, I'll give the alert of my presence. Anyway, I had to act sooner or later, so let me tell you that. I will be indebted to you the day we meet in the afterlife. Okay, next page. And he gives them the good old... And yeah, Parsa is
done.
Is done here. You can see on the bottom right spitting up blood, almost like he's trying to live through this, but he's not. He's got a full freaking hole in his chest. And yeah, he's done. You can see his pupils fading on the bottom left panel. That's a sayonara for Parsa.
Yeah.
And then Bulma's like, oh no, or I think that's everyone actually. Oh no, Parsa. And now you see Kaba and Khalifa very alert in that middle panel. Khalifa looks to her side, says, this scum finally shows. Kaba says here on the bottom left panel, we must immediately move from here. He's after Bulma, not Chilai. And then you see Khalifa turn Super Saiyan immediately, says, you're right. Grabs Bulma's hand and starts running with her. And then on the bottom shot, sorry, I'm lying, guys. I've been saying Khalifa this whole time. Fennel is the one in Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Sorry. Because you could also tell from the Dana. Anyways, yeah. So now you have a cool shot on the bottom there where Cobb is on the right, Fennel's in the middle, Khalifa's on the left, and Fennel's holding Bulma's hand. All right. Next page. 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. If someone has the slightest problem, don't hesitate. So it looks like they're in some sort of... This is the laboratory, right? Because that girl on the bottom left was the person talking to Bulma.
True.
All right, next page. Your father seems really committed. Anyway, I sincerely hope that Bulma's doing well. I don't see her with us. And then you see him still counting. I'm worried. And then you see... I'm assuming that's her daughter that she was talking about, right? Didn't she say she had a daughter?
Yeah.
Because Bulma was saying, oh yeah, I have a little boy too, Trunks, whatever.
Yeah,
and you see her, she looks pretty cool. And Mom says, what are you doing? And then she's like, runs off or something. And then you see Kaba running around. It looks like in the same area. And then next page here, 114. Kaba looks at Khalifa and says, did you see something? Khalifa says, no. And then they look behind them, and then you hear like screaming. Next page. Is that Fennel? Next page. You see Fennel looks like she's being mind fucked, like actually.
Yeah, like straight up.
And Bulma's
She's done.
Yeah, Bulma just puts her hand to her mouth and says, no, this bastard's doing the same thing to the Admiral Fennel that he did to Parsa. And you see like her vein, like she has no pupils. We must stop him. Next page.
This is cool because we're seeing what they were seeing now.
Yeah. Now next page you have Fennel and says, hep, hep, hep. Can you see me? Good. You'll be my second victim. Congratulations. And he's getting ready to charge up another one. I feel like this one's not going to hit, though, to be honest. On Fennel here. And he says, yeah. And then in the bottom left, he says, what? And then you see Khalifa punch Fennel. Okay. So Khalifa being hard-headed might have actually worked in this situation here. And then on the bottom panel, he says, au revoir? Okay. I don't know what that means.
Translated.
And then next page, Fennel says, thanks, Khalifa. And then on the bottom panel, you have him coming into like a physical form. Right behind him, though, is Bulma looking shocked. And you see like a static, like a Super Saiyan 2 looking static.
Dude, I forgot. His whole thing is that he can do like cross dimensions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's
That's
just
what
like
he's doing.
pulling people into other dimensions.
And then killing them there, and then
killing them there.
And then their physical form in the present, in the dimension that they are in, shows them just like plop. Yeah. All right, next page. Or the last page, actually, of the chapter. He says, how did you know? Fennel turns Super Saiyan here. I know enchanters like you. The worst that can happen is that they hypnotize us and make us powerless to move. Therefore, I warned my comrades that we must be careful to always stay together to react if one of us is caught. So this is part of their plan. Bravo, Khalifa. You knew how to take advantage of Admiral Ruba's teaching. You had to act quickly while thinking about how to parry spells of this level. And then you see Khalifa on the bottom here, on the bottom right, says, it's true that this big fatty has taught me a lot of things. I simply acted in the best way possible at the time, thinking that a strong enough shock could break the spell. While that may sound pretty reckless, it worked. And then on the bottom left here, such a powerful magic is bound to have a backlash indeed. Well done. But here I am exactly where I wanted to be. And he looks behind him where Bulma is, and she is scared. End of chapter. This was a quick one, obviously.
What a cliffhanger.
What a cliffhanger. And yo, the next cover looks crazy cool. Looks so cool with like the digital effects too.
What's her ability gonna be like?
The daughter?
Is it gonna be like Baby? Is this going to be our baby in this universe?
Yo, it could be.
That'd be nuts. It's cool. I love you mentioned it as well. I really really like the character design. Yeah. So of course, what we're saying is this is the daughter of the person that Bulma was talking to earlier, before all this shit went down. Mm-hmm. Yeah, really good chapter. What is this guy's name? Is it Zenkai? Or no? What was this guy's name?
No, Zenkai is the Saiyans, like when they're almost near death, they like have a power boost. That's what Zenkai means.
Beautiful, really cool.
Which is interesting that this title is called Zenkai, actually.
Yeah.
But the cover has nothing to do with Saiyans. So we're probably we're going back to our original format of Kakumei, where we're getting like split of like a bunch of different things going on. We're kind of a little out of it for the last 3-ish chapters, I would say. Because again, this chapter here is 41, so we're back to like the regular 40 to 55-ish pages. I forgot his name again, to be honest. I always forget.
So this person is half Saiyan, half baby.
Tuffle? No. This person is pure Tuffle.
For sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this person is pure Tuffle.
I do like truffles.
I do too.
Yeah.
I will say that. But yeah, that's a cool cover. And
that's great.
She's half Saiyan because of the mom?
Yeah.
How's she half Saiyan? The mom's not Saiyan though.
Yes, she was.
Was she Saiyan?
Yeah, she was a Saiyan.
I thought she just moved.
Goes, right?
No, but I thought she
with the Saiyans.
No, but I thought she moved to planet Sadala. I thought she just moved there. I didn't know she was a Saiyan. Okay.
I know she wasn't a Tuffle because
it's just so the dad was. Okay.
She referenced that the father was a Tuffle, and then we're like, oh, excited to see what that looks like.
Then yeah, it's a wrap, bro. This guy's gonna get for this dude though. That's all I know.
Yeah, he's doing some like what is it? Friday the 13th, Jason versus Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street shit, dude. With this guy basically pulling them into the spiritual dimension and then literally murdering them all through, just like in reality, and like killing their soul, killing their like body. These guys are nuts. Anyways,
bro, like there's just so much going on right now, and the war hasn't even started, bro. Like, I don't even want to even say this. Like, I'm not trying to be like the downer here, but like, dude, if Vegeta can't beat Amaron right now, if the people can't beat Dula right now, like if Broly can't control his shit, if Kale, like, bro, they're not ready, bro. Like, they're not. I know it's been, 8 months now? But, like, even in another 8 months, I don't, like, because my prediction is they're going to break out early because they kind of foreshadowed it with the Grand Priest already struggling a couple months in. So, I feel like they're going to break out at least 3 to 6 months early.
Yeah.
And it would be real, man. If Vegeta doesn't get a power-up, if Broly does not control his berserk mode that he's going, if Kale and Caulifla and Kaba, if the Admirals don't get... I know they can work together, I get that. But even then, they can't even handle Amaron, who's not even a god of destruction. He's only a god of destruction now because...
he's an interim coach.
Exactly. And they can't even beat his subordinates. So it's like... Yo, I'm telling you, like, Vegeta... And we already talked about this. Vegeta can get Ultra Instinct in Kakumei because it's canon, or they would just make a full-on custom thing. We just know that he will not get Ego. For Broly, I don't think Broly necessarily needs a new form. He just needs to control it. That's his big thing right now.
True.
He needs.
Can he though? Can he control that form?
Yeah, can he control
that form?
Because that's a crazy form to control. If you can control that form, bro, I don't know. He might be stronger than Goku.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I'd say he's already stronger than Goku.
Probably,
That's what I'd
yeah.
say. Yeah.
Well, because Goku is a lot stronger than Vegeta currently. Because remember, this isn't a Vegeta who has
Of
anything
course,
after
always.
Evo. Yeah. Um. So
Yeah, this is gonna be really exciting.
20, run 20, 21. There's 27 chapters. Okay, we're almost there.
Yeah, one more chapter in this volume, and then we are on the up-to-date volume.
I think by the time we're on volume 5, though, volume 6 is coming out. I think because they have 6 chapters already in volume 5.
That's sick. Whatever. It's chill.
No, it's cool, but it's like, yo, we're on the last volume, and it's like, oh no, you're not anymore. Volume 6 is out. That's gonna be hilarious. Watch.
I wonder. I mean, okay, so no, actually, I'm wrong. There's 2 more chapters. We have Zenkai, and then we have Sadala's Pride. So I think we're just gonna stay here. We're gonna stay in this lab, and we're gonna get this whole thing here. That's gonna be sick. And then we're gonna get back over there and see what's going on with Sadala, and that's gonna be sick too. We're gonna get more full chapters though. We get 41 and 54 Sky. So we have
That's gonna be big ones, chapters.
Big chapters. A lot to close out in this volume for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, even for Sadala's Pride chapter, it's more than chapters 3 and 4 combined. So
yeah.
It's gonna be. I mean, these next 2 are gonna be really big. They're gonna be some meaty chapters for sure. We're here for it.
Meaty indeed. We're here for the meat.
Yeah, man. I don't know about all that, but
are you here for the meat, chat? Are you here for the meat?
But yeah, I guess this is like the closing part of the show. Does anyone have any?
Okay. I have something.
Sure.
Why are you lowering more and more in your frame? Like right now, you are currently in the lower third of your camera. Why are you so low right now? Jeez, this guy's like, yeah. So thanks for tuning in. Jeez.
Oh
man.
Gerald says they were comparing Trunks to her, how they both are a half Saiyan and half something else. Oh yeah, true. They can beat Duel. It's just tricky because it's portal shit. You have to be smart and not fight Loco like Broly. Yeah, but it's like that's true, but how do you bypass it? That's what we need to figure out. Like, because you would think Broly is faster, but I mean, was he though? Because if he was faster, he would have just beat the shit out of him quick. But he was able to put that portal up anyway, so he's not faster then. So it's and like we said, Broly's definitely the strongest Saiyan right now. And I mean, he's probably the strongest ally. He's probably the strongest person in the 11 universes, right?
I wish we got to see
more Jiren
that version of Broly? Well, not even that. I wish we got to see Broly connect a hit on what's this god interim coach?
Amron.
Amron's like I wish we got to see a connection there because through Vegeta we've gotten a bit of an understanding. I think Vegeta is like a bit closer than we're giving him credit for, but I'm sorry, I just looked and I saw that you dropped down again. I don't know what your problem is. Through Vegeta, we've gotten an understanding as to maybe how strong Amron is. I think there's a little bit more that we haven't seen yet for sure, but
I mean,
yeah.
If we're being real, if Vegeta is doing damage to Amron, I think Broly can fuck up Amron. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Probably definitely the best bet they have against him.
Definitely. Yeah. I think Vegeta would probably recognize that, but he also recognizes Broly's fucking berserk right now. Like, if anyone actually has a shot against Amron, it's technically Vegeta because at least he can control himself. Like Broly would hit him once or twice and then like go someone and probably start hitting Vegeta. You know what I mean? So it's like,
And of course, we have to remember here, Josh, like there is a lot that we are still going to get beyond the titles of these chapters. There's no way we close off this volume and we don't see how, a few more things progress here. Of course, I'm talking about, so we're going to see Sadala, of course, that's one title. But then we're going to see more of Vegeta. Of course, how is that going to progress? How are they going to leave us in this volume? I'm very curious to see where they leave that situation in this volume.
I think
are they going to show anything else? They've been showing us Boo on and off. Are they going to show us Boo again, Josh, do you think? Before this volume's over?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I don't think we're getting Boo till volume 6.
Okay. You think it's going to
stay here? volume 5, sorry. Next volume.
Do you think we're going to stay here?
Yo, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I think we're getting like little bits and pieces of like the other like places soon. Maybe even by this chapter. Okay. But I think we're gonna actually conclude this whole Sadala shit like first before we conclude any other place, if that makes sense. So even if it doesn't conclude in volume 4, I think it'll conclude in volume 5 or whatever. But all I know is when it concludes, it'll be the first part of this shit that's going on that will conclude in terms of like, so Gohan, for example, Gohan's whole story, being a Pride Trooper and, learning the ways of being a Pride Trooper and connection with all of them and stuff. I don't think that little arc of his is going to conclude first. I think this whole, and obviously, I mean, yes, Vegeta isn't the strongest, but he is the face of this side stars part.
Yeah.
And the Saiyans, of course. I would say it's Vegeta and Sadala personally.
I mean, no, but here's the thing, though. Vegeta overall, because Vegeta's the one who has put together this plan, no? To send off everybody where they've gone. He's now come here. He is the commander of the Saiyans right now. He might not be the king, but he's the commander. And he's behind the control panel right now, for sure.
I'm curious if we will get like a big growth in other spots before we conclude this one, because I feel like they've actually put a lot of time now into what's happening on Planet Sadala for them to not be like, all right, so now we're going back to Hidden Frost and now we're gonna go 3-4 chapters of this while we're blue balling you on Broly beating the shit out of Vegeta and almost dying, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like now we're too deep into this Vegeta and Planet Sadala and Broly stuff that we can't wrap it up without, like, we have to wrap it up before we go very deep into someone else's story right now. And I'm hoping we get Goten, sorry, not Goten. I hope we get Tien, Krillin, and Yamcha next. That's what I want to see the most. Personally, even more than this. I want to see their growth because I want to see how they're going to write these superhumans, because they are superhuman. Even though they are the weakest of the Z fighters, they are still very strong in the grand scheme of things. It would be cool to see what the writers and what the Kakumei staff here are going to do to make them relevant. Because, I mean, they got a lot of training to do, and like we said, like, they have to fight someone significant because they're our main cast.
Yeah. I think I'm curious to know, like, are we going to get as much time on some of these other storylines? Like, have we been getting the setup for all of these things just so that we can spend a lot of time in these things, and we're getting this first really deep, and then we've been teasing things here and there. There's more to hit and Frost that we, like, they've just been teasing us a lot, honestly. I think there's a lot more we're going to see with them and their adventure. I think there's a lot more we got to see with Tien and them, and I hope it's not like we're teasing that they're training and that's it. There's a lot we're going to get with Gohan too, for sure. He still has to go meet the Kai. He's still got to unlock more potential. So how much time are we going to spend? Is it going to be comparable to what we've gotten on Sadala? I don't know, but that would be interesting if that was their strategy, to be like, let's queue up all these things so we can have a bunch of different side arcs or a bunch of different arcs.
Actually, Mike, we actually have a first time chatter, I believe.
Woo!
Beef pie. Actually, I've never had beef pie. I wonder if it's good. Have you ever had beef pie?
Had it once when I was young, and I hated it. But I don't know. I can't speak to the condition of it when I ate it. Yeah.
Anyways, this person says, this makes me want to go back to the manga. I stopped shortly after the gas fight. Well, there's a lot to unpack in that sentence because just to let you know, this is a fan-made manga. This is Dragon Ball Kakumei. It is made by I always forget all of them. Mike is very good at it. It's Rinko. Okay, I got it here. Rinko, Darkos, and Poison Labo. I believe one is a writer, one is a drawer, or two are writers or something like that. But yeah, all three of them work on Kakumei. It's a fan-made manga. It's based after the Broly movie or after the Tournament of Power. And it's really good, honestly. If you're waiting for Super to come back, actually, you said you stopped after the gas fight, so you didn't actually get to post a superhero arc. So I'd recommend going back to it and reading the superhero stuff. I think the manga did a great job at adapting it, even though we didn't need it. There were some cool and different changes. For example, Goten and Trunks did a lot better against Cell Max in the manga. Individually too. Oh my bad, I misread. I think I've read a bit of it. Oh, cool, nice. Yeah, Kakumei's been great, man, and yeah, definitely check out the super manga because it's on hiatus for right now, but we have been confirmed 2 months ago that the manga is coming back. That is a guarantee. It's just a matter of when now. But the good news is some people. I mean, I've even talked to some people who said, yo, this might be it. Like, we might just not get anything at all. So having that confirmation that we are getting it back is a bit relieving, to be honest with you, because in a selfish way, it's like, yo, we need this Black Frieza arc, bro. Like, we need it. Come on. We got to get this. We got to definitely get this. But, this is still, as much as, the passing of Toriyama has really affected not only Dragon Ball fans, but just anime fans in general. I do still think this is going to be a great Dragon Ball year, and I'm sure Toriyama is going to be really proud of this year for Dragon Ball. And Daima, Sparking Zero. Yeah. There's been some big events on Legends and Dokkan, and the Super manga was killing it in the beginning of this year. When we got the Gohan versus Goku and stuff like that. So,
2024 is a big year for the Dragon Ball IP for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's the best way to put it. It's big in many ways in terms of like. Even emotional, right? It's been an emotional year, and I even talked about this with Mike, but when we end up watching Daima, I don't know if we'll react to it, but we'll definitely do like weekly discussions at least.
Yes.
If we're not reacting to it, guys, we're definitely going to be talking about it weekly with you guys. Like, that's a guarantee because we've been waiting for Daima since it was teased, not even like a trailer out, but even just teased. So just letting you guys know that right now. Don't expect a reaction. If we don't do a reaction, we're definitely doing like a weekly discussion on the episode at least.
Yeah.
But like Daima coming out, I even told this to Mike. I was like, after Toriyama passed, I was like, yo, this might get emotional just to see like his last craft and what he did. Yeah. It's gonna hit different, man. It really is. So
it's tough, man. Yeah, that's. It will get emotional. It will.
Yeah, and Daima has confirmed Broly animators too, so that's very, very good.
So Beef Pie says, I remember some controversy about it because of the tone of it at first, like that one shot of Goku back from Chapter 1. Yeah, it looked pretty fun though. I'm looking forward to it. Awesome. And then Gerald says, Daima has crazy good animators cooking. Yeah, I've been hearing more and more about just how they've kind of set up this project to be done right from the get-go.
Yeah.
A lot of Dragon Ball Z Dragon Ball Super was rushed. It was really tight schedule. They have a lot more time now to get this done. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see what that looks like fully realized through the vision of Toriyama with time to conduct it properly. to get this done properly. You know,
Yeah.
we are in, I truly believe, for something special, and I think everyone can feel it for sure.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, definitely, guys. And, you know, before we head out here, just, again, want to let you all know, if you are looking forward to Daima, more Kakume, Sparking Zero, all of that, we will be doing all of that on the channel. Like we've said it before, we are doing other stuff later on, but just know that if there's anything Dragon Ball, even though we're doing other stuff, just know that we will cover it, because this starts, like, there's always a thing on the list. No matter how much we might like something else as well, just know that the first thing on the list is always going to be Dragon Ball focus.
Number one priority.
Always. It's always going to be priority. And because we will be expanding, but in not only just other stuff other than Dragon Ball, but in Dragon Ball too, in terms of gaming and stuff, like Sparking Zero. Like we're already planning on doing tournaments with the viewers eventually for Zero. That's gonna be fun. Oh my god, bro! You understand how toxic it's gonna be in a good way.
That's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be so fun. Sparking Zero is gonna be so much fun.
I can't wait.
Yeah, but yeah, guys,
a big event for that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna live stream and everything. We're gonna do a cool event for that.
Oh yeah.
I will with 18, Android 18. Yo, I can't wait for so many characters. Some of the characters I've seen, man. I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm liking the Saiyan Saga Goku and the Saiyan Saga Vegeta. I might play like those two a lot, to be honest. I don't know why, dude. It brings so much nostalgia. Or like, it'd be cool to get Kid Goku. Yo, I'm telling you right now, guys. I might main Kid Goku. Kid Goku is my favorite character, other than Vegeta.
That would be sick. They gotta give us Kid Goku. They never do.
Dude, King Goku with the power pole and the tail. But like, obviously,
the Nimbus flying around. Would be sick.
like getting to places because he can't fly. Oh my gosh,
that'd be fire.
Yo, they're gonna do it. 100% they're doing that. I don't even know if is that already a confirmed character, by the way, guys? Because if it is,
yeah, let us
know. Dragon Ball Kid Goku. By the way, I don't want no. I mean, GT Kid Goku can fly. Like, but I want my Dragon Ball Kid Goku.
Now, Beef Pie, if you are visiting us for the very first time, I want you to know we got a little community of folks. We have a Discord channel. If you go to our description, you should see the link there. Also, if either Josh or someone can drop a link, that'd be sick. We have a Discord.
Yep.
And you can find us there. All right.
Yeah.
We got all these different discussions and more on that Discord channel. The more you engage, Josh has set up a really cool system where you level up through engagement. And so you start off as like a Cyberman, and then you grow all the way up to like an Omni King or whatever. So it's nuts. And of course the different Super Saiyan levels and all that. But there's a lot of fun there and a lot of good conversation. So dude, join us.
Yeah, definitely join. And what I will say is we do events. I haven't done it too much recently, but just to put it out there, we are reacting to Dragon Ball soon. So if you've watched Dragon Ball before, I would say do a bit of your homework, because we'll be doing some Dragon Ball events, kind of to promote the fact that we are reacting to Dragon Ball. I mean, Mike and I have watched it before, but it's been years. So
since
we're
the
going
first
back.
time we've seen it, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Because the last time I even watch, or it wasn't watch, I read it. The second time I read it. So and then again, like I told you, that was like what, 2017, 2018, which is a while ago if you think about it, because a lot has happened since then, right?
A pandemic.
That's literally what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, the pandemic like brained everybody's brain, dude. Like,
yeah. What is time?
Do you know what shows I rewatched, like from shows I've watched pre-pandemic to post-pandemic? I'm like, yo, I don't remember this, because it's like I feel like the pandemic really sucked everyone's soul out, bro. Like, pause.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, it really does feel that way. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, guys, I'm good. Used to read the OG Dragon Ball manga growing up, just not super caught up on the anime. Oh, I see.
That's sick. I've never read the manga for it. I know you have it, but
yeah, I have a couple of them actually. Yeah, guys, definitely do the events, because before we go, let me just show you something. So we have a couple regulars who do events on the Discord, and just know there are specific events that we do, and you actually win manga, physical manga. Actually, J-Light has already won Volume 1, so I told him you don't need to get Volume 1 of Dragon Ball, just get Volume 2. So this is being shipped out to one of our Discord members, J-Light. Shout outs to you, J-Light. But yeah, so like you can win stuff like this. One thing we like to do for the events is promote Dragon Ball stuff. That doesn't necessarily mean all events will only be Dragon Ball, but if people have never read Dragon Ball, we would like to promote people reading it, because a lot of people go right to Z, which is I'm not one of those people who hate on people who go right to Z. I don't, but what I do appreciate is people who want to at least try Dragon Ball, and that's kind of what I'm kind of doing with the events, is getting people on Dragon Ball. If you already have the Dragon Ball stuff, it could be Z as well. But yeah, so this one is being shipped out this weekend to Jay Lightyear. Shout out to Jay Lightyear, by the way. I think he's like top 5 in our rankings right now for Discord. We should definitely do a leaderboard thing for maybe the next podcast, maybe next week or in 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, there's been enough time for sure.
Yeah. All right, before we wrap up, let's just read your last few, and then we'll close it out here. Gerald says, bro, I was on episode 600 on One Piece and caught up during the pandemic. Yeah, see, there you go. And the pandemic, One Piece was already on chapter like episode 1,000 plus. So yeah, you went crazy. B-Pie says, yeah, catching up to One Piece 2 with friends. It's a nice Sunday for every week. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's great, man. That's awesome. But yeah, guys, this was the manga look. Yo, I'll be honest with you guys, we really do appreciate just having a chat at the end of the chapters or end of like a topic. So this was fun.
Yeah.
This is the manga lookout. I'm Sky. This is Kizer. And we'll see you guys on Monday for the Dragon Ball Fan Podcast. Peace.